Hey everyone, if you're a subscriber to the channel but you want more exclusive content, consider becoming a Storm Nation member. You can just click the join button and pick one of the 3 tiers that best suit you, and you get more exclusive content such as my top 3, Ask Robert, where tier 2 and tier 3 members get to ask me questions, or the weekly Storm Nation live stream, which is a live stream that's exclusive to only Storm Nation members, hosted by both me and Filmmaster Adam, where you guys, the mega tier members, actually get to be a part of the stream. So if you guys want more exclusive content that's not available for regular subscribers, be sure to hit the join button, pick a tier that best suits you, and it helps support the channel, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Have a good day. What's up, people? What's up, Freaks Geeks? Okay, now you guys can go all in on your power broker, power cord, power General Ross, whatever you guys want to say. This is our review / discussion of Falcon Winter Soldier, episode 3. I got Danny and LDG here tonight. The links for their channels are in the description box below, and I did fix the link, LDG, so you should be good now. I thought this episode was pretty legit. I liked it. I liked Zemo a lot. I didn't think I was gonna like Zemo because I hated him in Civil War. I dug what he was doing in this, man. I liked the look. I liked the costume. I like his attitude. Sharon Carter kicked a lot of ass in this episode. Overall, very, very positive episode. I even liked some of the stuff Sam was doing. And I liked how Bucky said, if you're going to destroy that fucking shield, I would have took the damn shield. So, you know, you can see where Bucky really cares about what that shield stands for. Where I think Sam is so overwhelmed by the idea of that shield that he was willing to destroy it without even taking the mantle. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on everything on that episode. I loved it.
He didn't destroy it. He gave it to...
No. He said if he knew this was going to happen... He said if he knew that they would have gave it to the U.S. agent, he would have never gave it to the museum. He would have just destroyed the shield. And then Bucky said, I would have took the shield before I let you destroy that shield. What's up, Nindroid? Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. So what you guys' thoughts on the episode? You seem like you were a little underwhelmed by it.
He's not happy.
I think it was the worst of the 3. I think that this is a prime example of like the Mandalorian. I've heard people say doing the Mandalorian roundtable that the sub characters overshadow the main character, and I think that Zemo stole this episode.
Yeah.
I was more interested in what Zemo was doing. Sarah Carter, that fight scene was awesome.
Yeah,
I wasn't really too plugged in and interested about Sam and Bucky, and I think that their comedic timing that they usually have just didn't hit on all cylinders this time. It seemed a little off. So
yeah,
I'm not saying that
this.
This, I'm not saying this is a F if I got to put a grade to it, but it's not an A. But
no, I hear you. I definitely give it like a strong 7. We knew this was coming. We knew we were going to get the other side of the coin during this episode. Pretty much everybody guessed it, and that's exactly what we got. We got the other side of the coin. That's episode 2 was the good side, and episode 3 we're getting the other side. I like the fact that they included Sam and Bucky into it, right? So I'm glad they included them, and they didn't just like have an episode off and they just saw just one side completely. So I like how they mixed it. But overall, I don't say it was too bad. I think it was well executed. It kept me watching. I didn't feel like I was any boring parts to it. There were some like what the fuck moments, like who the fuck doesn't turn their cell phone off before you go into an undercover fucking situation?
I was like, really? That should have been the first thing you fucking do, bro.
That was a plot device.
Yeah, and the crap.
If they would have done that, they would have done that. They wouldn't have killed a woman, and they had to kill the woman in order to get to the next. So
yeah. I understand it was like a what do they call it? Like something ex machina, des machina, whatever the fuck it was just an excuse for that scene to play out the way it did. But you can't sit there and be, Sam, Sam knows better, right? Like like if this was in real life, Sam Wilson would have shut his damn phone out. He's not that forgettable. He's not that clumsy when it comes to that sort of thing. Devontae comes in with a $5 super chat. I love the episode. I wish that Zemo had on his mask more. Hey Rob, what does Geek think about the series so far? Geek told me earlier today that he's liking it. He's liking it, but he's he's still huffed up on the Snyder Cut, to be honest with you. So yeah,
I wonder if they're gonna put the crown on that and give him the sword like they do in the comic book.
I don't know if they're gonna go that far on that though.
But it was pretty accurate. The coat and stuff.
Oh, the coat and the mask was legit, dude. My only complaint was, I don't know if you guys see my video on it, was he literally put the mask on, walked 5 feet, and took the mask off, and that was it for the rest of the episode.
Yeah. That's what I said in my video. I said it was the Luke Skywalker-esque moment of the episode. Because when you put on, I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that looks legit right there."
Yeah,
but like you said, they didn't let it last long enough. They just gave you like a taste, didn't let it marinate, and he took it back off.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He has more charisma than usually Sam and Bucky kind of steal the show back and forth.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't understand either.
Stole this episode.
The old shit moment was when the lieutenant from Wakanda. At the end, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. What's her name? I
was not expecting that. That's okay. Okoye's lieutenant.
Yeah. Nindroid came in with a super chat plot twist. Sharon becomes a villain. I don't think Sharon's a villain, but I think she's up to more than what she was letting on in the episode. I wouldn't be surprised if she's like doing Secret Avengers. Like if you guys ever seen like Secret or read Secret Avengers, I think she's like doing her own secret.
Or something?
Yeah. I definitely think she's up to something.
I have no doubt in my mind that she's in contact with Nick Fury.
Probably
in some kind of way, because that whole place, Mubdafor or whatever the hell they call it, that was an Easter egg.
Madripoor. Yeah. That is a huge X-Men hint, by the way, reference right there. That is huge. Yep. Finally, something like concrete that directly ties to the New Mutants X-Men. Man, that was awesome. I enjoyed that.
I've heard 3 theories that I call him Captain America 2.0, Sarah Carter, or either General Ross is going to be this power broker. If it is General Ross, then I'm going to lose my shit.
Well, see, I don't know if it can be General Ross.
See the Red Hulk.
It could be General Ross. With the super serum and stuff and all that. I mean, I guess it could be possible. I don't know if I heard correctly, but I thought I heard a rumor that Red Hulk was going to appear in the She-Hulk series.
I don't want to see the Red Hulk now. If they show that, like, that's the last thing we see on the last episode, I would be like, what the fuck? So
I don't know if they're gonna do that though, because we never found out. Like the power broker is supposed to be we're not supposed to know who that person is. So are they gonna really define that and create like an origin for that person?
Well, the power broker sent the Flag Smashers a text when they was at that first safe house saying you took something from me, yada yada yada. I'm going to get you back or something. So I'm curious to see. I'm leaning towards General Ross and that damn Captain 2.0. Something is off by him.
Captain 2.0.
I don't know what it is, man. But when that guy spit in his face,
he lost his damn temper, bro.
He's about to snap.
Holy crap! He went straight like Two-Face for a second there. I was like, shit. And there's no way they didn't do that on purpose. There's a reason why they showed him snap the way he did.
Yeah.
That was not done without a purpose in mind.
I think I was telling Danny this earlier, that opening scene with Captain 2.0. I'm never going to put America to his name. That whole scene with him flipping out, that was my first Wanda fuck division moment. Like, made me actually start thinking, okay, something's going on here. Something's going on here. What's going on here? Paying attention to every little clue I can, if there's anything in there.
See, his buddy, Battlestar, or whatever the hell he called himself, Black Star, whatever. He said in the very first episode, you can't punch your way out of everything.
Yeah.
So To me, that makes me think that he has some kind of anger problem, or he doesn't reason things out like Captain America did. So I think he's trying to get that secret serum to give it to himself. That's what I think.
Duck Dodger, maybe. Duck Dodgers comes in with a super chat. What does that say? Agnetha behind everything. Agnetha all along. Thank you so much for that $2 super chat. That was hilarious. And then we got Jasmine coming in with a $10 super chat. Big $10 super chat hitting that yellow. I think Sam will be Cap 2.0 in the end, and John Walker will help illustrate why Steve was so unique and why it's Falcon and no longer that and no one else. That's a good kind of guess. Because it's going to, I think having him snap the way he did is going to show people that it's not easy to be Steve, and not anybody could just be Steve regardless of your credentials. And Steve left it for Sam for a reason. There's a reason why Sam was chosen. That's a good call, Jasmine. That's a very good call.
But you think that him practicing how to throw it and all that stuff could be like fake footage? Because I don't see how they're going to steal that sword. I mean,
no, because he did it on top of the thing in episode 2.
What?
On episode 2,
when he was using his shield.
Yeah. When they were fighting on top of the trucks in episode 2, he was doing it. So that can't be fake footage.
No, he let me finish. I think I'm asking, is it fake footage that Sam is throwing and practicing with the shield?
Oh, in the trailer?
Yeah, in the trailers, because I don't see how they're going to steal it from Captain 2.0. And he not want it back.
Dude, for all we know, that could be in the very last episode where he decides to take the shield and then he just starts practicing.
I hope they don't do that. I do not want to see last episode and he practice. I want to see him
become Captain America. You want to be like Daredevil season 1 where he's Daredevil in the last episode.
That is correct.
Yeah, I hear you. We got 48 people watching, only 18 likes. Let's hit that like button. Let's try to get up to over 50 subscribers or members or watchers. Sorry.
When that guy gave Daredevil that suit, that was almost Captain America catching a hammer. I was like, fucking A. About damn time. I wait. They made 13 episodes to watch this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's because that was based. That's because season 1 of Daredevil was based off of Man Without Fear, Frank Miller, where he wasn't Daredevil for the whole damn comic until the very end.
Yep.
Which is, I'm not the biggest fan of that comic anyway, but
I'm starting to point towards Cap 2 might actually be under Zemo's control already. I think I got a weird feeling. Maybe he's already a super soldier. He's just hiding it.
Really, you think so?
It's possible. Like that would explain being able to hold the shield.
You mean hold the shield?
Like he'd be able to use the shield like he did, like he does, and be like. Don't get me wrong. Just not an average person can fight on top of a semi going at full speed.
Yeah.
I mean,
you think maybe they injected him with the serum, and then him losing his temper was sort of the side effects of it.
Side effect. Maybe he has a non-complete version of it, and it has like side effects and shit.
No, you got a complete version of it, because remember that scientists say that his was a little bit different. Would optimize and it would be like a gradual thing. You hear him say that before they kill him? So maybe he has it and it's gradually emerging.
It's kicking in.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. That's possible. That's very, very possible, actually.
I did like the story how the scientist was like, I figured it out. I did it. I broke it. I did what nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got blipped. Oh, God, I hate using that term. God, I hate the fucking blip term.
He dusted or snapped.
Well, he didn't say blipped. He said dusted or something.
He turned to dust.
I hate the fact that Homecoming came up with that or not Homecoming, but Far From Home came up with that damn blip. That is the dumbest fucking thing. Yep. Like you can't say I got snapped.
I got snapped. Even if it said pre-snap, post-snap, I'd be happy.
Yeah,
shut the hell up. But blip. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't even make any sense at all. And then
how do you think they're going to tie this into Wakanda?
How they're going to turn it into what?
That's how you think they're going to tie it into Wakanda. You think this might be kind of tied into Black Panther 2 or something? Because I did not expect her to see her up there. How the hell did he see them beads?
There's been like a lot of Wakanda references through this series. Even last episode where he's like, "What are you, like the white Black Panther now?" He's like,
"White Panther."
Yeah, like White Wolf. Actually, he's like, "Huh?" Yeah, I'm liking the show, man. It does feel like a movie, though, because WandaVision felt like a series. Like it felt like a streaming series. Mm-hmm. This feels like a movie that we're just getting segments of.
And I'm telling you, we got so spoiled by the Zack Snyder cut, man. I wish they would break it into chapters. I'd rather see it like that. A visual. Yeah. This is chapter 1, Power Broker. Chapter 2, 2.0, or whatever the hell they want to name it. I like it.
It would be nice if they did that, right? Because right now what they're doing is they're trying to keep it into some kind of episodic format. I mean, I bet you even pushing it to 40 minutes, they were like, should we even do that? But I think you're right. Like, this feels like what they could have done is broken into 2-hour chapters. You know what I mean? And I'm sure everybody still would have watched it. I don't see a reason how that would have stopped anybody from watching it. You would have got a lot more per year, right? Because it's like what you said earlier, Dan. It's like as soon as they get into something, even though we're getting 40 minutes, because WandaVision, you want to talk about snap. Oh my God, those things were over faster than they started. Mm-hmm. As soon as something happens, it's like it's over, even in 40 minutes. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But we only have 6 episodes, so 6 times 40 minutes. I don't think there's any talk about the last episode being especially longer, like the way Wanda was or whatever. Mm-hmm. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to say this is it. I'm done. Okay. 3 episodes. Okay. We only got about equivalent of, I would say, 15. We got about maybe 25 minutes of action in the first 3 episodes together. Okay. Next 3 episodes, no more freaking filler, man. Time to kick it up a notch. Okay. Even though we went pretty deep in this episode, I mean, we did get to see some action. We get to see some tense moments. We got to see some people getting shot in the head and stuff. It's time to get like full blown into it. I want to see Homeboy flying. I want to see some high acrobatic action, some serious explosions, and not just a building blowing up. Okay, the building blowing up is cool and all, but I want some more than that. All right, seriously, throw it at us.
Yeah, for sure. Well, see, I felt like the first episode was kind of like not really much action. Second episode gave us more action. This episode, it was kind of like a combination of the two. I do kind of agree with you where I think in the next episode they definitely need to crank it up a little bit. And I feel like the 5th episode where it's going to be like straight action, and then the 6th episode is going to be sort of like the wrapping up, or who knows? Rob, they might. Yeah. What's up?
I hate to disagree with you on your show, man, but the one thing I did with this series that is as far as I'll go as far as weaponizing my autism. First episode, we got 19 minutes of action. Second episode, we only got 4 minutes of action. That scene we saw in episode 2, that was only 4 minutes long, and the rest was just 48 hours, everybody, let's go to the mountain, blah, 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 meet this and this and that, and the psychiatrist scene and whatnot. We got more in the 3rd episode, I think, as far as they spread it around. We got a little bit here in the beginning, we got a little bit in the middle, we got a little bit at the end. You know what I mean? So they kind of spread it on the 3rd episode. But altogether, I'm only looking at like maybe 25 minutes total. But we'll see what happens. I do like how Zemo is being played as like the man knows. It's like that telltale story when someone they take somebody like The Rock, right? They take somebody out of jail or whatever, and he has this aura like, I'm not going back to jail. Like, he knows he's not going back to jail. And I'm loving that. I'm loving how Cap 2.0 is giving us this facade. Like he's just a billboard. There's something behind him. We just don't know it yet. So I'm really enjoying, especially comparing it to WandaVision, where everything is just puff and smoke and mirrors, where I actually feel like something's going on here that's actually going to pay off in the end. So I will give it that.
Yeah.
In this episode, he seemed like an evil Bruce Wayne to me.
Well, yeah, he's a baron, dude. Like he's like something they didn't portray him in Civil War. You know,
like
Civil War, he
filthy
feels
rich.
yeah, like he's badass fucking rich. Whereas in Civil War, he feels like a guy off the street. Like, he lost his family and this one guy on the street. But then you look, he's got like all these cars and all this stuff, and he's playing the role very, very well. And he is fucking confident. He's got them right where he wants. He's gonna outthink them. The Amazing Webhead came in with a $1.99 super chat. Zemo was having so much fun with Sam and Bucky. Yes, he was. And another thing that kind of drove me, and let's see if LDG or maybe even you, Danny, can figure this out. In the trailer, it said that you hear Zemo in the trailer going, I'm going to finish what I started. And in this episode, he said eliminating the super soldiers. But what he started was not that in Civil War. What he started was turning the Avengers against themselves, right? So like when did his master plan become to end all the super soldiers? Because I don't like, what does he got against the super soldiers?
Because he don't want anything, like he has a hatred against the Red Skull. He does not want anyone to be like the Red Skull. That's my understanding. And then if you remember when he went to that facility where this Iron Man happened to show up there and watch the VCR, he killed those super alpha super soldiers. And then you saw today, as soon as that scientist said he knew how to make it, he eliminated his ass. So he doesn't, for whatever reason, he does not like the super soldier. I don't have a full understanding or grasp of it, but I think I do know he does not care for the Red Skull. So he's trying to wipe that shit out. It does make
him killing the super soldiers in Civil War make more sense now, because when you watch, I remember when I watched Civil War, I'm like, man, we were leading all the way up to this and he fucking killed the damn super soldier. So I like that. I like to kind of like make Civil War that much better now for me. One thing that stood out in this episode that I thought was funny, this is just, it didn't really mean much. It was one quick joke when they were talking about the music that he listens to. It's like all the music I listen to is from the 50s, right? And I started laughing my ass off. That was a funny joke, man. That was really funny.
I also like too how he tried to use those trigger words.
Yes, he's like, I'm just checking to see if there's anything left up there. Yeah,
I think to answer your question, because he said what, like I spent years hunting people Hydra recruited.
Yeah,
that was like before Avengers, and then like he kind of hated on the Avengers because they were like super people. So maybe that is the first thing in his mind that he said he thinks he started, like destroying that super.
But why doesn't he age? Because he should be. He looks like in his 30s.
Well, he's technically still aged. I mean, he hasn't been right. He's not from.
If he's been there since Hydra and Red Skull and stuff, he should have been aged more.
Well, I don't think he was around when Red Skull was around, was he?
Yeah, he hates the Red Skull.
Well, he can hate the Red Skull and still be around when Hydra was there, because Hydra was still around during Winter Soldier.
I think he was around when Red Skull was too. The way I'll have to research that, but that's
he could have done research on Red Skull and just hate what Red Skull stood for.
I don't think he has any special powers or anything, or anything special whatsoever.
Yeah.
By the way, was this the first episode where he was actually referred to as a Baron?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. That was cool. I don't know if I missed that or not, but I was like, oh shit, they actually.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they called him Baron in this. So yeah, that's why I said like Zemo stole this episode. Like he stole it, and then Sharon Carter stole the other half of this episode. Yeah. Gonna throw. I know this is gonna be an early night tonight, guys. I'm gonna throw the 10-minute warning in. Early night tonight. Tomorrow will be a little bit longer. I want to hit on Invincible. Has any of you guys seen Invincible yet?
Not yet. I'm setting up for a watch party for it though, so I will be watching it if you're going to do a show on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I want to talk about it tomorrow. I'm halfway through the 4th episode.
How long are the episodes?
Each episode's like almost an hour.
Okay.
I want to see how close it gets to the comic, because I heard it was pretty damn close to the comic.
It's pretty close, but like they leave a lot of stuff out. Of course, they're condensing it. They do make the father more of a dick in this than he actually is in the comic. In the comic, he's actually a nice guy and you care about him.
Mm-hmm.
They're making him like really a fucking dickhead. Jasmine
comes in. That too. Sorry.
Did you read the comic?
A little bit, yes, not the whole thing.
Jasmine comes in with a $5 super chat. The show retcons Zemo's backstory by saying he had a royal background, which contradicts his previous portrayal as his family intelligence officer, as a family-friendly intelligence officer. It's been forever since I watched Captain America: Civil War, so I kind of have to go over there and see it, or rewatch it and get more of a backstory on it. Yeah, Chris, it is sort of like an extended movie.
I'm reading this right now, and it's kind of. You remember the Phantom? It started off in like the very first film, and it goes down. That's kind of like how the Barons go, according to what I'm reading here on Wikipedia.
Okay,
the first Baron was in like 1400.
Yeah,
and then it's each year there's another one that comes up.
Devin comes in with a $1.99 super chat. You see the new Suicide Squad trailer? No, I did not. I didn't like the last one.
Much better. It is much
better.
Maybe because people complained about it.
Snyder's cut.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
More serious, way more serious than the other one.
Yeah.
They didn't say the whole island of dicks in this one?
Nope.
The Amazing Webhead said maybe his rich family had beef with what Hydra was doing, and he is trying to finish the job. That's what I'm thinking. Good call on that. That's what I'm thinking might be wrong. No, I think you're on the money with that one. I think that's why he doesn't like what Red Skull stood for, is because he was probably thinking Hydra should have been ran a different way. And I think that I honestly think that's what he's going for, Jazz or Amazing Webhead. Jasmine comes with a $10 super chat. When Ultron invaded Sokovia, Zemo sent his family to his father's for safety. Surely if they were this wealthy, they'd have some kind of shelter, right? Them retconning his backstory raises two main questions. True. I got to go back and rewatch Civil War. You guys have anything on that one?
When Ultron invaded Sokovia, Zemo sent his family to his father for safety. Truly, I don't know. I'm in agreement with you, Robert. I would have to go back and refresh my memory on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, they actually retconned it, like what in the series in Falcon.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
I have to look that up too.
Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Zemo was like came from poor background or something.
Yeah, Civil War. That's what I assumed too. Yeah. Like he came from a poor background.
Yeah. When he came here, he had the jet ready and fuel. Now, how the hell he called his jet? Like they were just waiting on him and everything. And
yeah, for real.
It's like a Lex Luthor, man. He even like hinted to that when he was talking to the Shelley lady.
Yeah, how you know
people like me, we get around, like like he's got connections.
Yeah,
I'm sure. But we'll see, because they definitely set up the dominoes. I don't know what to expect next episode. I really don't.
I don't either.
I'm hoping that this Wakanda reference isn't gonna take up a whole episode. Deep down I have this weird feeling they're gonna pull what they did on WandaVision, where we're just basically gonna get, and I'm sorry to say this, we're gonna get like, it's gonna be less and less filler for the next 2 episodes, but it's still gonna be building up, and then the last episode is where they're just gonna blow their load on.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're all wanting to see the next 3 episodes like boom, boom, boom. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. But and even in the smallest way, even if they give us, say, 15 minutes of hell yeah next episode, right? We're not going to get 3 full episodes of just absolute craziness. I'm 99% sure. Yeah. It all depends how much they give to us, and if they take the low road. And the low road is like what they did with WandaVision, where it's all little. And the last episode is like basically the biggest episode.
Yeah.
They're
gonna follow their formula, their blueprint. So And it's going. And the bad thing about it, no matter how good or bad the episode is, they know we still gonna keep watching. So.
Because it's talking television. Game of Thrones was the same way. Walking Dead was the same way for the first few years. It's what people talk about. They want people to keep talking. So yeah, absolutely. Gonna round this down to a couple minutes left here, guys. Kind of off topic. Did either of you guys get to see Godzilla vs. Kong yet?
Yes,
I've watched part of it. Yeah, hell yeah.
What did you guys think of it?
I did not like the fact that Godzilla whipped Kong's ass.
I didn't like that either.
They had to put that ship on the damn, bring him back to life. But tell you what, old what's his name? Mecha Godzilla. That sucker was hell, boy.
Dude, I like the last 20 minutes of the movie. To me, there was too many human characters that the story plot didn't really make a difference. But when Mega Godzilla started beating Godzilla's ass and Kong came in and he had that axe and he starts beating the shit. Like he took out the arm, he took out the tail, he took out the other arm. Like Kong beat the shit. But like me and Anza were talking about in the review, Godzilla beat the shit out of Kong. But Mecha Godzilla beats the shit out of Godzilla, but Kong can take Mecha Godzilla. Like that didn't make any sense.
Well, okay. First, I agree with you. Too much fucking humans. Okay. First 45 minutes, humans. Okay. Did not enjoy that at all. Okay. But the first fight, I expected Kong to lose because he was fighting on water.
Yeah.
He was fighting on water. He had a disadvantage, and I expected that. Now, technically, there was 2.5 fights. Kong won the second fight.
Yeah.
It wasn't until that little intermission you had in that second fight that Godzilla turned around and got the upper hand.
Yeah.
But Kong whooped some fucking ass, dude.
Yeah.
I love that whole fight scene of him. Now, I know he was killing thousands and thousands of people while this was all going on. Yeah. And I really wish they would have shown some of that, like from the inside, different point of view. But that fight was on spot. Now, 2 fucking problems I had with that show. I love that movie. I give it a strong 7.58. Must watch. I would definitely go see this in the movie theater if everybody would get the hell out and I could have the theater for myself. I would definitely love to go see this in the theaters. Thank you, Ovid. Anyway, the only thing I didn't like was the EMP freaking defibrillation scene. Thought that was a fucking joke. And how do you stop Mecha by spilling a drink on a console?
Yes. Jesus.
What?
Yes. Wait, hold on. But all right, guys. So I got to wrap up this show because I got to head out here. But
it was a must watch. If you haven't seen it, guys, check out Godzilla vs. Kong. It is definitely a good watch.
I got one quick question.
Yeah.
The blade of that axe looked like one of the fins off of Godzilla.
One of the fins, right?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I don't know if it was though, but it was interesting. The whole Hollow Earth thing, and they pissed off a whole bunch of people in that movie because now they're saying it's a Hollow Earth movie. I heard some just whiners about that. Yeah. Like, come on, guys, it's a freaking movie.
All right, guys. So we're gonna draw the show to a close. Ending it a little earlier today because I got to go do something. But I want to thank LDG and Danny for coming on. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully Danny and LDG can show up tomorrow. Talk some other stuff.
I gotta work.
Okay, well, me and LDG and I'll find some more people. Maybe Chris and I'll get on here and we'll talk about some stuff tomorrow night. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. I do have the link to Danny and LDG's YouTube channel in the description box below, so be sure to click that link and subscribe. Until next time, as always, Storm Live.